You know what to do. Just smash that like button. It's right there, down there somewhere. And subscribe. Like and subscribe. So, what's all that nonsense about? I don't know. What's any nonsense about? It's all nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, about some action figures. I did. So, I have 6 of them to open. Guess what that means? It's time for another episode of 6 Figures. Yeah. Oh, we're all so excited. Everybody go, yay. And now, hold on. Okay, there. Multiply that by 1,000,000. And that's all the millions of subscribers I don't have. So, I'm going to take a quick drink here. Very thirsty. Very thirsty indeed. We'll slide that guy over here or we don't have to look at it. Okay, so what are we going to open up today? Let's talk about the one I've had sitting here for a minute. Well, first thing I always do is I vote on my figures when I open them. And typically thus far, as far as I can remember, everything has been a Star Wars figure up until today. Today, it's kind of a mixture. To be honest with you, I got a little impatient. I come across a couple of figures the other day. I'll talk about those first really quick. I come across these two. Hauser and Vader. I'll stand up so you can get a really good look at those. There's a little bit of reflection from the TV in the other side of the room coming through there. But Hauser is absolutely brilliant. It's a very nice card back. We know what we think of card backs. I like them, but if you've watched my show before, my channel, you'll know that I'm about ready to rip these out of the package. But I like these figures, so since they are the Star Wars figures of this lot, and they're the newest additions, you're looking at numbers 1 and 2 here. And I'm not sure where I'm voting on there. I think I know where I'm at. I think I'm looking at number 1 and number 2, and I'll tell you why. Even though this is a first-time figure for this particular mold of this, I've got this almost identical figure in another box of stuff from, say, 20 years back. But I do not have a Hauser of any kind that I know of. That's not to say that there isn't one in my old collection. So, yeah, I'm leaning on that being number 1 and number 2. And then, so that goes to this other guy. He's, again, a Star Wars figure. So he should be at least number 3, but he's not going to be. And I'll tell you why. First, I'm going to say it's a very cool figure. Take a look at that. And get him up there. You can see all that stuff. So technically, it's actually a figure and a half there. He's got a pet. And the pet comes with this cool little cage. So he's a figure / accessory kit. But he's still an action figure. So, but I got him already. I've got this figure already. So what I'll be doing is finding a way to augment that figure and make him look like maybe somebody else. I'll do a head swap or something, and then some paint apps or whatever. But I'm going to kick him to number 6, even though he's so cool with all those accessories. I've got this one already, so he can't be even number 1. He'd have to be like a really cool Twi'lek in a metal bikini or something for it to be a number 1 and have, that might make it number 1 every time. But so let's get to the middle of these. I know I'm going off on a tangent. I have not collected any of these before, but every time I see them, I kind of think Cantina extras. They look to me like they could almost fit in the Star Wars universe, and that is these Fortnite action figures. So let's do ladies first. Let's do Isabel. Isabel, she's kind of cute. Look at that. It's got a little hood and everything. Now, these are 4-inch action figures. This is sort of like a test. I want to see how well or how terrible they blend or don't blend with the Star Wars action figures. We're going to find out. So that Isabel, that's a very cool looking action figure. Then Gilmore, very cool. She's got kind of like a Sabine Wren sort of vibe going on. So, I don't know, sort of a goth, little goth makeup going on in there. Maybe she could be an extra. She could be an extra on the Crow movie or something. Who knows? She's a very cool looking figure. Yeah, I'm just kind of going off on that. They are very interesting looking figures. And then this guy over here, this is one of the ones that caught my attention a couple of times, just because I think he could sit next to a bunch of pilots in the cantina and blend in really well. That is Hotwire. Gilmore, Isabel, and Hotwire. I almost got another one that was some red outfit fire lady with fiery hair and shit, and they're $7 right now, on clearance, and I may stop and get maybe another 6 Fortnights if I find some different ones. I may get duplicates of him because I can do paint apps and make them look similar but different. It really depends. First test is going to be to do our unboxing, and we'll see how they measure up with the Star Wars figure. So let's start out at the bottom of the barrel. Good old 5 POA bottom of the barrel. He's number 6, so we're going to open him first. Oh, but wait, we didn't vote. He's number 6. I got to put these guys in the middle somewhere. I think she's, let's vote on him first. He's my least favorite because I've got him already, and he's a 5 POA. He doesn't have bending knees or elbows, so he can really only stand. He can't sit. He can't sit at the bar. Can't sit on the edge of any. He can't really interact any other way than standing, which is kind of a bummer. Whereas, Vader, I could have him sitting on the edge of, he could just kind of be hanging out with his helmet off, having a cup of spotchka at the bar, just, in my cantina. I can do whatever I want. My cantina scene in my diorama is sort of like taken between takes. It's like, the stormtroopers have their helmets off, everybody's taking a drink, nobody's got their weapons. Our weapons are all just kind of laying off to the side. There's a stormtrooper with a backpack, and he's got all the guns. He's just kind of staring at Obi-Wan and Vader, who are kind of in a fight. It's kind of funny. I switch things up in my diorama all the time as things come in and go. But anyway, much more articulate than him. So that's why something like that would also get kicked to the back of the line as far as that goes. But anyway, so I know that these two are going to be numbers 1 and 2. I like her best out of the 3 Fortnights. So, and I like these 2 chicks. I'm going to make them there. So I hate to make him my least favorite. Nah, I do think I'm going to go like this. I like her, but I don't think I like her as much as I like him. And I don't think I like him as much as I like her. I'm going to let these guys top it because they are Star Wars. So let's go to this guy here. We're going to, I like to stack them up in order. And I don't know if I showed you the card back on Vader really quick. I took a quick peek at that. I had it covered up by Hauser when I had it up there. That's very Sebastian Shaw. So it's nice that they're, paying homage to that, because a lot of things they've gone and retrospectively put Hayden Christian in place of that. And I'm glad they did not do that on the card back. Even though that card back is going to get put, everything gets opened on my channel. Everything comes out of the box. But I do like to set them up like that and have them just give them a few moments of time, looking like they would have looked on the shelf a few days ago. But here we are. It's time for me to start opening I'm gonna go. This guy I've opened before, but I thought I would remember. It's a pretty simple little thing here on the corner. There we go. There we go. It's got that silly force link stuff going on. I guess these figures make noises if you got the little handy dandy armband thingy, which I give two shits about. Yeah, packaging. We don't give a fuck about the packaging. Although, I do like that. I'm going to save that. I don't know why. Here's what it looks like before I tear it out of the plastic. Oh, my God. Okay, there we go. So, there's that. There's Mr. Staffer. This guy is, I think the Staffer is what they use to beat the crap out of that dog when he steps out of line. Yeah? Some sort of probe. Hey, you said it in your mind, not me. I just said it was a probe. I didn't say what kind of probe it was. You made that up in your sick little mind. Okay. It's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the dogs a bone. Oh, it's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog his loan. That was the line. Oh, put in the comments if you know what that joke was from. Okay, I'm not going to go through that joke. I'm just going to talk about this dog. This dog from the desert. No, this guy's from Carillion Mutt. It's a Carillion mutt mouth, I guess. I don't know. Does it say? His little jaw. Oh my God, I broke his face off. Huh. I want to open his mouth so he can, like, act like he's kind of... Well, I broke his poor little face off just because I wanted to see his mouth open a little bit. There. There, that's all I wanted. Just a little bit of bite coming out of there. I wonder how many of these are sitting out in the used market right now with no bottom jaw. Probably most of them. So this cool guy, what it's got is this little dog leash that you can put in one hand. And I'm just going to very carefully get this thing set up because its fingers are really kind of stiff from being out in here in the cold. So this is actually a little bit more than 5 POA because the wrists on these figures do twist. So, there is that. The wrist doth twist on both of these. See, this one does too. So, he is leg and arm and head. So there's your 5, 7. So it's a 7 POA because those wrists will turn. So this is... Oh, I forgot the character's name and I don't even care. There. There. So I want to put him right there. There. They kind of hold each other up. That works. Should I put the cage together? Yeah, let's just put the cage together really quick because I don't think I ever did an opening video on the other one. I don't remember. If I did, let me know. But there's one piece. And then there's another piece that just kind of snaps together like a puzzle. There, 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 there. Okay. And then there's a lid that goes on here. There. And then there's this door that goes on the bottom. Goes up there like that. And then there's this piece that goes on the top. It goes... you gotta kind of open it back up a minute just to get that in there, don't you? This is not easy to do. I can't do it where I show you how it goes together on that. That little piece right there is probably the worst one to get on there because you kind of actually have the whole thing together. And then if I read the directions, there's probably a method of putting this together. It isn't so haphazard as I just did. But anyway, this is what you end up with. This little guy here, this flips down, that flips up. So you can do that. So I have one of these in the house already because I've got this figure already. So, yeah, there's that. That's our first figure. That's quite a bit, just that one little figure. So that's number 6. And, yeah, he took a couple minutes to open, like 6 minutes or so. So let's check out this hooded Isabel. Let's find out how she stacks up to a Star Wars action figure. I need my handy dandy scalpel here, my X-Acto knife. Let's see how painlessly we get. So these big windows, they remind me of the old Saga collection. I remember those days. All of a sudden they had these giant window boxes for the figures. They made it so they could put a lot of accessories in the boxes with them, and I mean, we really don't realize how good we had it just those few years ago, as far as collectors, and you know, I have regrets of having stopped collecting because I missed out on a lot of stuff I probably would have continued to get, but you know, I just had other priorities like bills and health and food and that kind of stuff. So this thing comes with Danger Donut Wrap. I have no idea what that even means. I don't know. Does it got a smell to it? Is it to redeem your wrap, visit Fortnite.com. Oh, I got some little Fortnite coupons evidently. So some friends of mine play Fortnite. There's some pictures of characters on the back of that. Look at that. I like this guy. I've seen him. I would like to pick one of those up. I've seen that character. I'd like to pick one up. I think I've seen most of these. So they all look like characters that I could fit very easily into the background of a diorama. And so, yeah. I want to get this little plastic thing off of here too. So let me see how much pain in the ass that's going to be. Or can I just... Because I want to preserve the card in some fashion. Not necessarily perfect, because that's going to be impossible. But no, I want it flat like that. So I had to take that little middle thing out there. Thank you for the coupon there, Fortnite. So I keep my flats because I look through, and most of the time like this has a little illustration of other characters that are available. And then I'll probably keep a few of these just so I can recycle that plastic, because there's a lot of plastic here. There's a lot of window availability there for dioramas. You know, you can see, you know, I could do some shit with that. I'll save that. We'll save a stack of them, and after a year or so, if I haven't come up with a project to use it for, I'll probably just throw it all out. And then it's not like I can't get more from other action figures next time they come through with some more. So we got this really cool little thing here. I dig it. I dig it, dig it, dig it. It's really cool looking. It is really bloody cool looking. It looks like maybe you could, nah, it doesn't spin. Looks like it's just glued in place. It's two different types of plastic. I wonder if you can boil it and pop it. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't want to break it just yet. So this character has a character's got a bunch of cool features with the hood, the hair, all that. Outfit's very nice looking. I could see going in and toning that down in such a way that I could make her fit in a Mandalorian theme. What does her hood? She's got a hood that can possibly come off of here, so I almost want to see without the hood what she would look like. There, I want to see the hair without the hood. There we go, just to see it. What do you think of that? Huh? Pretty interesting. Got a hole in the back of her head. I'll put the hood back on because it looks pretty cool, but I just wanted to pop that off of there long enough to see. Obviously, at $7, they'll be less than that by the time I see them at Ross or Ollie's. I think we don't have Ross in Michigan. I think we just have Ollie's, but I don't know. I haven't been downstate much farther than Flint, so there may be a Ross or two or three. I have only been to a couple Ollie's locations where I've gotten a few things, and they have some Fortnite, so I may very well go get some more Fortnite from Ollie's. So she has some standing ability. We do have the pegs in the feet for that kind of shit. She's very red, and I think she's going to look nice with my Ahsoka shelf where there's a bunch of characters, even an Iron Man on that shelf, blending in with my HK-47 or HK-87 droids. So, yeah, we'll see. And then I'm just going to see how long it takes Tom to fucking break a Fortnite character because he... Okay, that elbow bends. And... Ooh, I don't know. Let's find out what's going on there. That's where it should bend. Whew. Maybe I just won't bend that arm. One wants to bend, one does not. So let's take our arm with our scepter and just do... The fingers are very stiff, so I kind of have to get some pressure. Oh man, that's not easy to do. I'm gonna have to lay this on the table and try to do it. I want to put this scepter in her hand, like somehow or another, but that doesn't appear to be easy to do. Maybe it's not meant to go in that hand. Maybe it's meant to go in this hand. Oh Jesus, I don't think it's meant to go in any hand. Unless this is supposed to go in the back of her head or something. Oh, it is. Maybe. I don't know. I don't get it. Was this supposed to go in her back? Huh. I don't know enough about Fortnite to know whether or not this makes sense or not. But she comes with a weapon that she can't hold. And it appears to have... Oh well. I think that's probably how she's going to hold it. I guess I can do this with her. Alright, whatever. That's how she's going to have to stand. It's just... It is what it is. Let's see what this guy looks like. And I see some other interesting characters. It shows Gilmore on the back with this batch. So chances I might run across some of those, seeing that this was one of them that was left out. We're opening, what the hell is your name? We're going to open up Hotwire. We got number 6 and number 5. Hey, red 5. This is number 4. Alright, let's put you there. I already know I want this out of there. There we go. We got another one. I just wanted to get all that stuff out there. So if I so choose to, more dropping in soon. Interesting. Well, I guess it's a video game. My buddy told me something about you drop in from the sky into an island. It gets smaller and smaller as the world closes in on you, and then eventually everybody dies. And it's like whoever, I don't know, it's almost like a Hunger Games meets, I don't know. It sounds fun. Sounds enjoyable. He just said, yeah, you get to go to an island where everyone tries to kill each other. So, sounds exciting. Yeah, I don't know. Can I stack them? There we go. Those can stack. So this guy has a similar deal. Does he have... he's just got like a fake weapon on the side of him, which is fine. Does he stand? Or is he one of these another action figures that doesn't want to stand up for stick nuts? Okay. Man, I seen a guy do a video this afternoon, and he stood every damn Fortnite figure up he had, and he had all but, like, he said maybe a handful that he didn't have, but he had a big table full of these guys, and he was standing them all up, and they weren't falling over and doing the domino thing. But man, I expected it to the whole time. I was like, man, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. And it didn't. I was really surprised. Alrighty, so this guy's holding his thing probably incorrectly, but I want to be able to just kind of display the dude. There. Let's get him up there. Nice, nice. Very cool. It looks like he's carrying like a battery on his freaking chest. But yeah, it's got kind of a weird, like almost Mando vibe. And kind of a weird sort of, he's got fire for hair. I'm not really 100% sure if I understand all that, but it is a cool looking action figure though. I will give him that. If it had like a stormtrooper head, I could like make it look like Hunter or something, you know? It is just, yeah, like some sort of a special ops thing going on, you know. Everything I think I see turns into a Star Wars toy for me. So he stands pretty decent. He's kind of leaning over here. If you don't mind, I think I'm going to shift everything slightly to the left. Make room for the other fellas. Excuse me, little darling. And he can go right here. Maybe that's his girlfriend. They're walking their dog before they go into the Star Wars cantina to get fucked up on Spotchka. Is Spotchka an alcoholic beverage? I don't know. In Star Wars, or is it just whatever? I don't know. Is it made out of fish? Okay. One thing I know about Fortnite action figures is they're very fucking hard to hold on to. And when I go to Walmart and they don't have hand baskets or anything, and you go to pick up a couple of things and then you realize you got to carry it around, or you got to go get a fucking cart. And you don't need a cart for like 3 things, but you can't carry 2 or 3 of these without them all falling on the floor a million times. Walmart, get some fucking baskets for some people. Okay? Man, it's not that big a deal. Just a little frustrated. That's all. I think the back of this card is pretty much the same assortment of action figures. Yeah. Okay, there's Malik. Okay, because this is Gilmore, they have Malik pictured. Okay, yeah. So those are all the ones in the wave. But because she wouldn't be on the back of the card. So like this, yeah, I get it. I don't have to mansplain it to myself. Wow, that's a sharp-ass motherfucking blade. Oh, Peter, that's nasty. Well, it's too ridiculously long of a video watching me tear apart action figures. One of these days, I'm going to get a theme song on this channel. It's going to be badass. Right now, my channel blows. I'm sorry. I need some music or something. Maybe I can make some music on my machine over there one of these days. Slap a little bass. Make up a song about Fortnite. It's Fortnite at the Star Wars Cantina. Fortnite. Drinking whiskey with Darth Vader. There we go. Yeah. Got so drunk, I slept with the Jawa at the Star Wars Cantina on Fortnite. There you go. Hey, I got a Crystal Wings wrap. Oh, the wrap. That's the skin, I guess, you get for that game. Download that shit. But I think you have to buy these figures and get that skin while it's available for that mode of the game. I'm not sure. It's probably something like that, knowing the video game world. I don't know. So, there we go. Fillmore? I don't really care much about all the artwork on the packaging. It's cool, but I'm not going to spend any time covering it. Like I said, I'm not into Fortnite. Just wanted to buy some funky looking action figures to spice up the Star Wars world. Variety on my shelf. See these numbers on here? Don't care. Oh, she's like a one of only 5,016 billion. Well, isn't that fucking great? I'm probably gonna do awful things to these characters. I'll probably cut them up with the Dremel and cut their heads off and put different heads on them and all kinds of stuff. So she's pretty cool. She is pretty cool. I want to see some knees bend. I want to see her in sort of some action almost. There we go. She does stand up pretty decent. Now let's get her up here. Very nice. I talked about this goth look before. I liked that. And pink weapon's actually kind of neat too. Now outfit once again. See, she even kind of looks like she might have some Mando vibe to her. But you know, they got that kind of outer rim world, like scavenger, warrior, fighter kind of survivor. You know, like you'd expect from Star Wars. So they kind of, to me, feel like they just might fit in. So there we are. There's number 6, 5, 4. Now number 3. Number 2. Look at you. Is your name Shmoo? No, it is not, you fool. It's Darth Vader. Death Star 2. You want to look at the package before I destroy it? Very nice. For the old Return of the Jedi. I almost picked up another Tusken because they had a couple of her, and I was on a budget. If I wasn't on such a budget, I would have got both of them. I should have, because I wasn't 100% sure if they were even going to be on sale. But I'm rolling the dice that when I go back in a couple of days, I'll be able to pick up the rest of them that were there. They had all the TVCs for like $11. So it'd be nice to get a couple more of the Tusken Raider, the Tusken Warrior. And then maybe just do some kit bashing with that and some other ones. Let's go this other direction here. There is a way to do this where they just dry up and come right off of here without too much trouble. There's one of my Rey action figures I brought up here. Her bubble literally came right off. It was no longer glued just from being up here, and it dried out. Hey, that came off really good. So those are the guys that are in that line. I'll tell you which ones I have so far. I have gotten, what we got here? See, these cards, they both have the same backs on them. So I don't have Hunter. I do have the Clone Trooper, I believe. I've got Weequay. I've got Han Solo. And I have Clone Captain Hauser in my right hand. That's what I'm reading all this from. Darth Vader right here. This is the card that I'm holding on to for the Death Star 2. Let's see. Okay, so I have not bought a carded Tusken Warrior. They have a couple of them. I might go get a couple more if they still have it. I have bought the Cassian Andor from the Adani mission. I've got a couple of him, I believe. Yes. And then the Clone Trooper, I do believe I bought that one, yes. Only one I haven't found on this list and purchased is Hunter. And the rest of them I got. A special thanks again to Bantha Skull earlier this year, last year actually. They sent me the Han Solo from the Endor there in the little red box you see. I got that one sent to me thanks to them. And I really appreciated that. So another quick shout out to them. Thank you again for that one. These ones I got at Walmart again. That's that Darth Vader. We just talked about that. So I'm going to open him up. Here's his bubble. I get a good close look at that before I take this out and start putting things together on him. This one's going to be a longer video. It's like 40 minutes, but this is a lot to go through. Talking about Fortnite and Star Wars and seeing how well they fit together, going from 3 3/4 to a 4-inch scale action figure. There, get your little legs out of there. All right, I get your lightsaber hilt out. There we go. There. See that? I'll put that in the other window box. This we're not worried about. Oop. Just want to make sure it goes in the garbage can so it's not bothering us with all the extra. Okay, so we're gonna get Vader over here and let his cape get all fluffy. I do like that. He's got kind of like a, oh, look at my big old cape I got going on over here. That's a massive Vader capage right there. That is massive. I love that. Love how that just kind of unfolds and gets like, I'm Darth Man. Boo. So it's got a little glove here that fits over top of the hand. So I am going to put that together. Oh. Well, what's the trick here? I wonder if I'm supposed to pop this off. The busted hand. Am I supposed to pop the bust? Yeah, there we go. That's what happens. So you pop off the busted hand and you put on the good one. Except for it's incredibly difficult to do. It's incredibly difficult to do, and I'm glad that I voted that you for number 2. Now, see if I can do that. No, sir, I don't like it. Oh, man. Man. Whew, you gotta be tough to do these guys. You gotta be tough for these kinds of action figures. Okay, so let's give Vader his sword. So what? Oh, you motherfucker. Vader. Space Invader. There. He's got a good stance right there. Yeah, that's really hard for you to see. So, let's get him up here so you can see him again. I just swapped his hand out. Hopefully it doesn't fall off again. Well, he looks mad. I know it's supposed to look like a Hayden Christensen. It almost looks more like Captain Rex. I wonder if that's one of those photo real. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of the 40th anniversary from last year. So this isn't one of this year's releases. Pretty sure this is last. Yeah, this is last year's release. This stuff I'm just now seeing up here in Michigan. So I'm gonna put your faceplate on. That fits nicely on there, most part. See? All right, and then we'll go to the next level. We'll go to here. Snap that on. And there we go. Some Darth Vader. Now, I'm putting her here. Because she is going to get in a fight with Vader. There you go. Foolishly. She is going to... Yeah. Oh, please tell me you're kidding me. I will slice you into... I'll slice you in 2. I'll slice you in 3. There we go. Get her, Vader. So yeah, these guys don't look too terrible next to each other, really. I'm going to put Hauser next to this guy and see what happens. Hauser's number one. I don't have Hauser. Pretty sure I don't have him. But even if I do, I really dig the teal. There's been a lot of yellows, a lot of blues, a lot of greens, oranges, reds, even a purple here and there for some of Windu's soldiers. And I believe in my old collection, I have a lot of that mix and match. Because my old Star Wars Cantina display from the 2000s, I had half my Cantina were clone troopers with their helmets off, and then also stormtroopers. And there was a mix of people coming in each side of my Cantina from the two different doorways, and in the very center of it, it was getting a little heated where there was the Empire clone type guys, and then some of the more radical characters, and there was the boilings of some civil unrest happened in my little cantina, and maybe we'll have some more civil unrest with our Fortnite versus Star Wars little theme we got going on right now. There. Now, let's look at our card back here. Very nice. Once again, did a pretty good job salvaging that one. And this one's from Bad Batch. This was like last year's stuff. It was released. Oh, well, let's put that away. The whole guy just fell on the floor. And we didn't lose nothing. So he just has the one blaster. He doesn't have like side blasters. Okay. There we go. We're going to pop out the helmet first. Let's get Vader's extra hand over here and his saber over there. And then I've got a little collection of the little hilts that come with these guys. In my stuff downstate, I have it still. And I have a newly started collection of that same kind of stuff. For the figures that come with a lit saber and then an unlit hilt to hang on the belt. Yeah, I mean, I obviously save all that stuff. So I'm working on, when I get enough of it together, I'm going to build like a display, a saber room somehow or another that has a multitude of those sabers in some form of display. All right, so I like the fact that he's pretty stable on his left leg. So I've got him standing right now in almost like a half step position. I'm going to get his firearm. I could just probably, I do love doing this with their helmets and just having it in his hand. I like the idle in between shots where you see them just kind of holding their helmet, having a conversation. All right. Talking about the Clone Wars. Just talking about the Clone Wars. I really want to put the helmet in the hand. There's a way to do it. You got to get the thumb popped up just enough. And then get the helmet right in that spot. There. There. It just has to open up enough. And you get it right like that. All right, now the trick is to not drop the helmet, which I just did. Might as well get the blaster in there. I could just put the fucking helmet on his head and just be done with it. Why not? You won't hold your blaster? You know, my dad did when we were kids. He took our blasters and stuff, and like he took my brother's Han Solo and I think our Stormtrooper and a couple other ones, and he literally glued the blasters into the hands. But he used this hot glue stuff, not super glue. We had to light it up, heat it up with a lighter, and then we had these action figures. We ended up getting new action figures because they were like gooey. From that point forward, they were always like nasty and gooey and shit. So those particular ones got like, yeah, our Han. I ended up getting the small head Han from a friend in a little gear, trade of some sort we did. And so that ended up becoming my Han Solo. And yeah, I kind of forgot about Big Head Han. I think I have destroyed him somehow or another. So, number one, I gotta go take a number two. I'll sit you down here. Yeah, you fucking dickhead. Well, we're standing right next to each other. What do they look like? I don't want to stand up now. This is the fun part of action figures. Alright, so I feel like he should be standing here like so. And he should be standing here like a so. And then we'll put her I don't know, we'll put her right here, I don't know. There we are. She probably should be looking over to the side like this. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's all we got for today. I'm going to take a bigger picture of that so you can see in the thumbnails, and maybe I'll float that over. So, do we want to take a trip with Tom off the cradle to take a closer look upon the table? All right, let's do that. Let's get over here with me. Oh, tight spot to get my chair out of the way. There. Get it back a second. There. Now I can take you over here with me, and we can get a real close-up look at our little display stand here. Take a look. Here we go. We have a battle between... Oh, I don't remember her name. And this guy's just walking his dog. And all of a sudden, Hauser's over here talking to Hotwire, and... they're kind of like, hey, should I kill you? Maybe I should kill you. Let's see if we could take a look from this direction. Yeah? Yeah? Pretty interesting. And then this stuff all going on over here. That's a very cool character. I can't remember her name. I always remember Vader. And let's see if I can just peek at the cards. Oh, what is it? Grimoire. I don't know, Gilmore, I called her. Hotwire. And what was the other gal's name? Oh, Isabel. How can I not remember Isabel? Sorry, Isabel. So yeah, okay. Hopefully this is coming through. You see all of it. And then, hi, you see me. Hi. Very cool. Very cool. Enough is enough. I'm going to get a good picture of that. And then we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with me.